Hi, my name is David Ruben from the Ruben Law Firm. I'm going to do a short video about traffic tickets in the state of Maryland. At the Ruben Law Firm, we represent people all over the state who have gotten traffic tickets for some reason over the last couple years. The amount of traffic tickets that we've been called upon to handle has increased dramatically. And I do the traffic tickets as well as my associate attorney, my son, Corey Ruben. He's been doing a lot of traffic tickets and really enjoys it and has been doing a great job for clients. Really, the number one thing you need to know is when you get pulled over for a traffic ticket, you get a piece of paper. And these things change all the time. So this is October 2021, so don't quote me if it's somewhere down the line. Always call an attorney to make sure if the directions that you get aren't explicitly clear. But as of right now, you're going to get a piece of paper and you're going to have to check a box that says, do you want a trial? Do you want a trial with a waiver? Or do you want to send it in and plead guilty? And what we advise everybody to do in these situations when you originally get that is check, I want a trial. It doesn't mean you're going to have a trial. It doesn't mean you think you weren't speeding or something like that. But what that's going to allow you to do is get a trial date and require the police officer who pulled you over to be present at that trial date, because you may or may not know the number one way these things get dismissed is if you show up to court for trial and the police officer doesn't show, which does happen sometimes. Depending on the jurisdiction in Maryland, it happens more often than not, and some than others. But if the police officer doesn't show for whatever reason, the case is automatically dismissed. If you check the box that says, I waive a trial, the officer's not required to come, and you can't use that because the officer's not required to be there. So number one is check that box. Number two is you better appear at your court date. We got a lot of calls lately, especially with COVID, because people moving around the state, moving around the country, going to different places. Mail has been terrible. People aren't getting notices of their court date, and they don't show up at their court date. When that happens, your license gets suspended, and that's a bad thing. Obviously, you don't want your license to be suspended, because then if you drive and get pulled over for that, then you're talking about jail time and that kind of thing. So a lot of times people miss their court dates, and then their license gets suspended. Well, what do we do in that situation? We call an attorney like me, and we file something with the court and say, hey, this is why they missed their court date. Can you give us a new court date? We try to take care of it. Or it might just be a matter of you got to pay that old ticket to clear up your license. You got to appear at your court date. We would be happy to help you. If you have any questions with a traffic ticket, whether it's a 1-point ticket, 2-point ticket, 5-point ticket, there's all different things. We can tell you what kind of ticket it is, what the best approach is to do it, whether it's I'm not guilty of this and I want to fight it, that's fine. Or more than likely, I did it, but I don't want any points on my license, I don't want my insurance affected, that's fine. We can do the best we can for that. And the thing with speeding tickets in Maryland, unlike serious or more serious charges, is if you live in a different state, and this happens a lot with college kids who get tickets when they're in town and then they're out of town for college or something like that, or people who work out of town and come in, or they work here for a vacation, or they're here for whatever reason, but they don't live here. They don't want to spend all that money to come to Maryland for the ticket. If you hire an attorney to help you for a speeding ticket, or for any kind of ticket which just carries with it a maximum penalty of $500 fine and points, you don't have to be present if you have an attorney stand in for you. And we've had a lot of people lately wanting us to do that for them. So if you have any questions about traffic tickets, please give us a call. Send us an email. We'll be happy to help you.